If you're looking to become more explosive on the field, work faster out of your accelerations and decelerations, then Cone Drill FX is what you need. These 6 drills are going to challenge you, and they're going to make you better. Let's get started. So make sure you've got your cones spread out about 8 to 10 yards in the square. Each one of them should be the same distance apart. You're going to stand here, and you got to be very demanding for your athlete to know where he needs to be, all right? Shuffles going from side to side, sprinting to the front cones. Let's go ahead and do a half speed. Drop step and hit the cone. That's the form we're looking for. You point at this cone, he's sprinting forward. Sideways is always a shuffle. Straight behind is always a back pedal. Come on back forward. If we drop step, you're going to turn and sprint, okay? Square the hips up and really take off, all right? We're going 2 live resisted sets for you guys at home and 1 unresisted so you guys can see the benefits and see how it's done. All right, here we go. Back cone. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Sprint it out, sprint it out, sprint it out. Back pedal, nice and easy. Here we go. Over here, over here. Back pedal, shuffle. Sprint, back pedal. Sprint. Come on, pick it up, shuffle. Relax, relax, relax. Good. Now make sure, in this drill, it's very important that you don't wear your athletes out. You're going for short bursts to build hip strength with the Kbands. Really working to not cross those feet over, be very explosive. If you go too long, it's not an endurance workout here. You're not trying to build those types of muscles. We're going for sprint, we're going for explosiveness to increase your sprint speed and your agility. Long breaks, about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, and we'll jump right back in. Make sure you got your bands here. Strap them up about 1 inch, 1.5 inches above your knees. That's where they need to be. Work for speed, all right? Take a deep breath. We're going around 2 here. All right, here we go. Pick it up. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Back step. Here we go. Over here. Sprint it out. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Drop and go. Shuffle. Come on. Sprint. Shuffle. Relax. Very good. Unclip the bands. The way you need to do this is make sure you unclip the bands, put it in the same ring on both sides. That way they don't get in your way. Now your legs are going to feel free. You've built the strength in your hips. You've recruited more muscles. So now it's really time to shine. You got to move. You got to be explosive. You got to give it everything you got. Take a lot of deep breaths here. You got to catch your breath before we get started, all right? Make sure that your footwork is there. On your back pedals, chest stays forward. On your drop steps, square your hips up, okay? All right, back one, here we go. Shuffle, be fast and quick. Sprint, shuffle, back pedal. Here we go, right here. Drop and go, right here. One more, there you go. Good, relaxing. Now remember, you're doing 4 resisted sets followed by 2 unresisted. The resisted sets can do a lot for you. You're gonna feel more muscle stimulation through every single rep. By building hip strength, you're gonna get more explosive. It's all about power and stability. The more strength you have in your hips, the faster you're gonna be able to make cuts. So work through the resisted sets and don't be lazy. Drive the knees and square the hips up on the turns. The 2 unresisted sets are gonna get you back to that normal body feeling, all right? You're gonna be a little feather-like for 3 to 5 minutes after you're done. That's when you start to work for a little quicker feet. All right, make sure you've got the band strapped on. We've got resisted sets followed by unresisted sets. We've got 5 rows of cones set up. You're gonna need them about 3 yards apart, and you're gonna put one here, all the way down. Let's go through the breakdown, and then I'm gonna show you the sprint towards the end. You're gonna pick a cone to start on, and you're gonna break forward. We're gonna go with a lateral shuffle, get around the edge, lateral shuffle, get around the edge, lateral shuffle, so on and so forth. When you hit that last line, you're gonna be real explosive, and you're gonna sprint for about 10 yards, all right? Remember, arms are very important as you get out of the hole. As you're making cuts, you've gotta have powerful arms to help you get through that dig phase at the end there. All right, let's go through a live set here. Make sure you hug the corners, be explosive. Here we go. Come on, be quick. Pick it up. Very good. Nice 10-yard sprint out of there. Make sure, most important thing when you look at building your lateral strength and lateral agility is you've got to be under control and you've got to understand how to get around the cones. Footwork is key. As you get around this edge here, you want to make sure that you're ready to shift and stay low on the corner so you can get back around. If you're working high, you're only going to stumble and it's going to take you longer to get back where you came from. So make sure you stay low, get to the corners, get around the cones, be ready for the sprint, all right? Let's jump into our second set. Be quick here. Lighter feet. By the time you get to the edge, you got to be ready to go the other way. Good. Big explosive arms there and really dig out of the hole. A lot of everything has to deal with your chin over here. When you get to the edge, if you're running with your head high, you're going to lose that dig phase. So drop the chin, really be explosive out. We got our unresisted set here. Go ahead and unclip the bands, put them on the sides. Why do we use Kbands? They're very important to develop your skills. If you're not balanced, if you do not have strength in your hips, strength in your glutes, strength in your legs, you're not going to be able to make cuts as quick as you can. If you build these muscles, when you get to an edge, you're going to be able to be explosive and go right back where you came from, right? That's what sports is all about. All right, fast you can. Legs are feeling light now. Gotta move. Be quick. Down and go. Very good. Make sure you're staying low through all the cuts. It's very important that you never cross over. As soon as you cross your feet, you're not gonna be able to move back in the opposite direction fast. If you're wanting to develop sports skills, you've gotta work on your footwork. Get to the edge, get back the other way, and when you get to the end, you've really gotta work on that linear start. Drop the head, work through the dig. That's very important for you to be a better athlete. To get this cone drill set up, you're gonna need 3 cones, 5 yards apart each, okay? First movement we're gonna make is you're gonna get centered up and you're gonna break 5 yards to 1 cone, head on down here. When you get to that cone, you're headed all the way across to the 10 yards. Get to that line, you're breaking through the middle. We've got a couple things to point out. As we break, we wanna stay as close to the cones as we can so we wanna run a straight line, all right? So let's break it through this way. Let's show you a turn. As you approach the cone, you wanna make sure that you keep your chest facing the same direction. He's gonna touch the line, immediately break the other way. We're headed all the way to the 10. At this point here, you've got your leg or your hand here touches the line. Notice here how he pivots over this inside foot and he's gonna gain ground as he turns the corner. That's very important. You don't want to lunge step as you make the turn because you're never gonna gain any ground, all right? Really pivot over the foot and take off. Got the Kbands on here, so make sure that you're really controlling your legs through the leg drives, be explosive, and work the hip flexors. We're gonna run a couple live here, keep going through some tips. On your first movement, you gotta be very explosive right out of the gates. Good. Come on, be quick. Good. Now, let's go over a couple things. On your approach, when you start in the middle, go ahead and open up one of the legs slightly so that you can turn towards that foot, all right? If you have both feet closed, you're not gonna be able to open your hips and really go as easy as you could. So if I'm gonna go to the left side, I'm gonna have this foot open slightly. On my start, I'm gonna gain ground over that foot and really start moving this way. You never wanna pick the foot up and extend because you're gonna be overstriding and you're gonna be behind your hip line and not be able to get out and move. Let's go ahead and run another live one here. Hugging the cone, staying close, drive the knees, and lunge towards the cone so you can turn and break. All right. Come on, be quick. Good. Very good. On your last turn, it's very important that you get to it and explode through the cone. You want to get to it. If you slow down too early, your time's only going to be slower, all right? With the Kbands workouts, remember, it's resisted sets followed by unresisted to really build some strength and endurance through your legs, hip flexors, glutes. We're to our unresisted set here. Then we'll have our workout breakdown to follow the sets. Make sure you clip your bands to stay under control. Legs are gonna feel light. If you're not used to working with the bands, take it about half speed. Make sure you're used to them first, and then you really start working to be explosive, right? We're going to the right. Let's get a good one in. Come on, be quick. Come on, pick it up. More arms. Very good, relax. Gotta have power in the arms through every single set. Great job. Remember the key points here in the 5-10-5. We go resisted sets, followed by unresisted with plenty of rest in between. You gotta make sure that you stay explosive and really work hard through each and every set. Whether you're going to the right or the left, you have to face the same direction. Never turn your back to the cones. It's just gonna spin you around and slow your times down. Another key point is that you always have to gain ground on your turns. Don't lunge step on the turn, gain ground over the toe like we talked about. As you move, you have to be explosive at the corners. Don't slow down too early. Make sure you hit the cone, turn and be explosive, running all the way through the middle cone. I've seen it many times where athletes will pull up before they get to the middle, again, slowing down your time. This is a big time drill, so you've got to be very efficient and work hard to get quicker in each set. here's our setup here. We've got 3 cones across. You're gonna be right around 5 to 6 yards apart, all right? This is gonna be called 1, 2, 3. Real simple concept, it's very easy. You're starting at a cone. As soon as you touch a cone, you're gonna backpedal. Backpedal as fast as you can, backpedal, 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 go ahead. And if I say 3, you're gonna break forward. You're gonna be as fast as you can to the cone. As soon as you hit that cone, backpedal, backpedal. Now you've got 2 options. You're either going with 2 or 3. The athlete's always gonna sprint to the number you call, all right? Let's jump in, let's show you some live models here. We got the Kbands on to help develop those hips, to help develop that lateral quickness. So let's take a look, let's get right into the drill. All right, here we go. 3, 1, backpedal, backpedal, pedal, 2, backpedal, backpedal, 3, all the way to 1, all the way to 1. Be quick, be quick, be quick. 1, relax, good, good. Now remember, if your legs start getting a little tricky or whatever, all these drills are gonna take practice, all right? First rep, second rep, if you don't have it, stick with it, you know? Take your time to really get better at the drill, but remember, it's second cone. As soon as you get to it, only thing you gotta remember, backpedal, backpedal, keep the chest forward, keep the chest forward. We say 3, sprint as fast as you can, all right? Short durations here on these sets, going about 15 seconds max. Don't wanna go too long, we wanna stay quick. 1.5-minute breaks, same old with the cone drills, okay? Take some deep breaths, let's get focused up. Go, 1, 3, come on, be quick, backpedal, backpedal, 3, 3, 1, good, break, 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 very good. Now remember, also in these cone drills, you gotta be real conscious of your knees. When you use Kbands, great for building your hip flexors, great for building your legs, but you gotta make sure that you're pushing through. So if I'm backpedaling, can't be lazy on your turns. If you get lazy and let those bands control you, you're not gonna develop your hip flexors. So if you want more speed, wanna be more explosive, you've gotta command your legs, you gotta push them, you gotta get through the resistance. We've got bands off here, we're moving into our unresisted set. That's how we train with the Kbands to see great results. Good, always clip on the same side. Remember, bands, more stability in your hips. When you try to make a cut, you gotta have strength in your body to where your body moves when you tell it to move. That's what the bands are all about. All right, be quick, go. 1, backpedal, backpedal, pedal, 2. Come on, be fast, be faster, be faster. 3, 1, come on, we're hitting 2, 2, 2, 2. Backpedal, 1 more, got 3. Relax, relax, relax. That's the way to do it. You gotta be explosive, just like that. This 3 cone drill is gonna be very good for your acceleration and deceleration. You're gonna help keep your body under control. Body control is what it's all about when it comes to sport performance. If you can run a 40, that's great. But if you can't make a cut, you're only gonna be second best. So really work on developing your skills here and work hard to be quick forward, to be quick back, and use the bands. They're gonna help develop your speed and your quickness by building strength in your hip flexors and your glutes. 4 resisted sets followed by 2 unresisted. Work hard out there and you're gonna achieve your goals. One of the most important parts about dealing with your time with the 3 cone drill here is your starts, okay? So we're gonna work with both feet at the edge of the line. You're gonna take 1 foot back even with the ankle bone or slightly past that. Next foot's gonna take close to 4 to 6 inches behind that foot. You're gonna go ahead and kneel down and line that right arm up with the edge of the line. Next step is we're gonna drive our butt up, get the shin as close to the ground as we can. And we're gonna raise that back arm past the hip line so we've got good power out of the start. Now we start, we got 2 bound strides. Go ahead and go. 2 bound strides here to the cone. And it's a little bit of a hitch step. And then you're gonna do the same thing on the way back with the hitch step. All right, so let's go ahead and simulate that part. And we're gonna show you the rounded edge here. You gotta stay close to the cones. It's very important that you hug the cones on the corners so that you get a much quicker time. So let's go ahead and go through a half-pace demo here. You got our 2 bound strides. You're trying to get 3 strides all the way to the cone and the turn. Whenever you're ready. 2 strong strides, hitch step, back the other way, hitch step. You're rounding the cone, hug the corners, out and around, and then we're finishing strong, running all the way through. Now, how we train with the Kbands here is we use resisted sets followed by unresisted sets. These are really gonna help you develop that power in your hips and help with cuts because you're gonna build more strength throughout your hip flexors, your glutes, and your lower legs. We're gonna run 2 resisted sets here for you and 1 unresisted, and we'll go over the workout breakdown for you after those, okay? First set here, he's gonna get his legs set up. Got, remember, the ankle step back, then we're going 4 to 6 inches. Get that front arm up even with the line, drive the other arm back. Take that slight hesitation, get the load. We got 2 long bounds. Whenever you're ready. Come on, push yourself. Here we go. Gotta be quick, gotta be quick. Touching the lines, touching the lines. Be quick, round the corner, explodes, explodes through. Very good. Now the bands are gonna wanna resist a little bit, okay? You're gonna feel that through your hips, you're gonna feel that through the legs, and how you utilize them is by really learning to drive your knees through the stride. Gonna help with that stretch reflex, gonna help build your hip flexors. Very important with speed. Don't run all these back to back. You don't need to do 30 3-cone drills, 10-second breaks. We're going right to the point here, taking a lot of breaks. We're going about a minute, minute and a half in between sets, so catch your breath. Make sure that your legs are ready to rock and drive through with your knees. On to the second one here. Remember, you gotta touch the line. Another small point is that we gotta go with the right arm on both sides, okay? Right arm on cone 2, right arm on back here at the start. Ready? Starts are very important. You gotta get through the start here, be very powerful with your legs. Arms up, driving through, big arms. Now push yourself, push yourself. Bound, bound, come on, push. Dig, 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 dig. Very nice. Those are our 2 resisted. Now we're going with our unresisted set. Your legs are gonna feel free. They're gonna feel loose. You gotta stay under control and be quick. Use that feather-like feeling you're gonna have in your legs and really use the neurological functions. You gotta think, okay, I gotta be quicker. My legs feel lighter, I gotta move, all right? Very important to utilize this time period. So take your minute, minute 15. We've got 1 more set here. All right, deep breath, got about 15 seconds. Make sure you're staying close to these cones. You wanna lead with your head on that 3rd turn there and really push yourself. Starts are very important. Make sure you're working on those as well. Come on, touch the line, touch the line. There you go, touch the line. Push, push, lead with the head, lead with the head. Good, big arms, big arms, big arms. Very good. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna work those 4 sets resisted, 2 unresisted, really push the pace. And it's very important you work on your starts. That's half the speed there. As you round the other cones, lead with your head and make sure you're powering through with your arms. Lazy arms means slow feet. So push yourself and keep working hard. So we're gonna break down the starts here, work with the bands a little bit, show you how to do the resisted sets, unresisted sets to kind of give you that edge. Let's jump in, let's get started here. First, let's really break down the starts. Your start is one of the most important things when it comes to run your 40 times, because a bad start means a bad time, right? First and foremost, you gotta hug the line, get the toes up to the edge. Now there's a little bit of a technique to your start to get your body in the right position to be as explosive as you can, all right? First, we're gonna take 1 step back. You're gonna go a little bit past your ankle bone with 1 leg, and then you're gonna take the other leg back about 4 to 6 inches past your foot. Next, we're gonna go ahead and drive down, get to where we wanna be. Now that front arm is gonna be even with the line. You gotta really hug it there because you wanna get as close to you can as we talk about. This arm here is out here to help load your hips. With this arm here, he can now bring his hips up and stay balanced and get in better position before we go. Now, something to point out, go ahead and relax for us. We got this leg here. This is a good little piece to look at to keep the shin closer to the ground. We don't want to let that thing come high because what that means, your hip line is going to be too high to really drive out of the bottom side here. So first we got our dig phase. Let's work out of the start, then we'll work through the dig, okay? So he's got his hand even. He's going to drive his hips up slightly, keep that shin close to the ground, drive that back or that front arm now, going to go past the hip line. It has to be explosive here. So take a quick stride out. Good. Now notice he's got very powerful moments here. First he's got to drive the arm up, cover the sun. Next he's got to drive the knees, all right? Knees are very important to get through the dig phase. The more you keep your chin down and really work to dig, the faster you're going to be. Don't race to get high. As soon as you drive your body up, you're going to lose a little bit of speed. So dig until your body naturally rises, all right? Let's work with that start line again. Go through our steps. We got the left foot back. Take another 4 to 6 inches. He's down, lines that hand up, drives his hips back, get them nice and high. As soon as you're kind of ready, you loaded that front knee. Your weight should be on your front knee. He's going to get that hand up high. He's going to be explosive. Boom. Perfect. Next little tip is you want to make sure that you don't have your head high out of the gates, okay? there's no reason to look where you're going. You don't need to do that. You know you're running straight, all right? So keep the chin down, really dig out of the gates here. We're gonna run about 6 to 8 resisted sets. That's your goal here with the 40. That's gonna help develop our hips, and then we're gonna run about 4 to 6 unresisted sets. You don't need to do these every day. You just need to do it slowly over time, once a week maybe, to develop some speed and get the technique down in your 40. All right, so let's run through here. Driving the hips up. Big, powerful arm, big dig. You gotta be explosive out of the front side here. Good, very good. Now notice, a very important thing to watch with the 40 is notice his head stays down. We've kind of mentioned that a little bit, but it's very important because if you ride with your head high, your tendency is gonna be for your chest to rise. So if you are here, as soon as you dig, if your head didn't start down, you're gonna be like this and your chest is instantly gonna follow your head. We wanna really work through the dig phase, and we wanna try to prolong that as long as we can and let your body naturally come up, all right? We got one more resisted here, and we're gonna go one unresisted. We'll have the workout breakdown for you in just a sec. Drive your hips up. Real explosive here. Give it a 1-2 count with the hand. Drive the arm up. Good, very good. Notice now, he's in complete control of the bands. When you use Kbands, the greatest thing about them is you can move through sport-specific movements with no resistance or no hesitation in your legs. You don't want to be restricted. You want to build strength through natural movements. So you're able to drive your knees up, work with your arms. Everything is completely the same, but we get to build muscle and build through muscle stimulation and be more explosive in your strides during everyday training, all right? We're gonna unclip now. We're gonna give you an unresisted set. Legs are gonna feel free. You're gonna wanna drive your knees up a little more and really power through. It makes everything easier to be more explosive because psychologically, neurologically, you feel as though your legs are light. This is gonna help you be more explosive and stay in better running form throughout the start here, okay? Catch your breath, get ready to rock. We got our unresisted set here. Starts are the most important thing. If anything we've gone over here isn't sunk in, make sure you watch this video over and over again to make sure this, you've got it down pat, all right? One big start, best one yet. Be quick. Drive that back arm up. Good.